Hello again, good people. Welcome back. And I want to spend just a couple minutes giving you a little intro on fifth chords and power chords. You're going to need to know a few things before you watch the full module on power chords and fifth chords, just to make sure that you understand everything, because we're going to make this fun and easy here at the nextlevelguitar.com. So, and these power chords and fifth chords are so prevalent in music, and it's going to get you opened up to a whole new amount of songs that you're going to be able to do by playing these chords, because sometimes you can't just play those open position chords we're working on for everything. Those open position chords that we're learning, and you're going to learn a lot more, are huge, but you have to commingle them with bar chords and power chords and fifth chords together. Bar chords we're going to get to a little later, okay? But we can use, instead of the full-on bar chords for now, we're going to substitute the power chords and the fifth chords for them, okay? Now, I'm going to go over those chords, power chords and fifth chords, in the next module. Watch that one right after this one. No cheating! Don't be jumping around there and there. This is in order. We're going in a logical sequence. This head is more than just a hat rack, my friends. Okay, so let me come up close to show you what you're going to need to know to understanding fifth chords and power chords and bar chords, for that matter. So this is like a little cheater's guide, okay, before we go on to the full-on lesson for knowing the notes on the low E string and the A string, because you're going to have to know those notes. But to get you going, let's do a little cheater's version to get you motivated and started and powered and playing songs now, today. Like I always say, today you're going to do this, alright? And later on, watch the whole module on fretboard notes, and that goes over all of them, okay? But we're just going to get you started on the low E string and the A string, because a lot of the power chords and power chords and fifth chords you're going to be playing are on the low E and the A string roots, okay? So here's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go up nice and tight with the guitar neck here, okay? All right, now, remember, this is not a fret, this is the nut. First fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. Let's stay in those 5 frets for now, okay? On the low E string, you know your low E string. Okay, the first fret, so think of it like this. These dots here, those are fret indicators, like we talked about in an earlier module. This one is on the 3rd fret. Your second one, or second dot, is the 5th fret, and this one's your 7th fret. So that's an easy way, so you don't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You just look for your 3rd dot. And they're on top of the neck too, on most guitars, so you can see them if you're standing up. Most guitars have these dots. So let's use these dots to help us right now in this precursor, okay? So your first fret, the note at the low E string is an F. That's an F note. Right there. So it goes E, open E, F. F. Okay? That's an F note. Alright? Then the 3rd fret is a whole step away, or 2 frets, is a G. So your 3rd fret is a G. I'm playing on the low E string now, okay? Your 5th fret on the low E string is an A. So you're going to remember, for right now, F, G, A. This is very, very important. We're going to fill in the holes later, but for now, F, G, and A. Alright? This is an F sharp. After F comes F sharp, and this is a G sharp, but for now, F, G, and A. And 3rd fret, you know by that marker, G on the low E string. 5th fret, by that marker, A on the low E string. Okay? So memorize that. Then on the A string, or your 5th string, as many of you know it, E string, low E string, 6th string. On the A string, your 1st fret, the open string, as you know, is an A. 1st fret would be a B flat note. B flat. B, big B followed by the small b. Okay, that's a B flat. Okay? 3rd fret is a C. 5th fret is a D. Okay? So you're remembering B flat, C, and D. All on the A string. Okay? It's critical that eventually you learn the low E and the A string all the notes. But for now, we're doing a little cheater's guide to get you going, okay? And whether a certain note is a sharp or, whether this is G sharp or A flat, kind of is relative to what scale you're playing. For now, we're going to call it a G sharp, okay? So I just want you to get started on the low E and the A string, okay? Because the chords we're going to be playing are going to be looking like this in the next module, okay? Where you're going to be playing based off of, this is an F chord. This is going to be a G chord because it's based off of that, whatever note this is. In this case, that's a G, so if I add the fifth, which we're going to explain in the next module, G fifth, then A fifth, based off of that A on the low low E string. Now on the A string, this note we just said is a B flat. If I add the fifth to make it a B flat fifth, if I just move that whole shape up, I now have a C fifth, because that's a C note. There's my D fifth at the fifth fret. So for now, remember, F, G, A, and on the low E string. On the A string, B flat, B, C, and D at the fifth fret. And use your markers. Okay? All right. Watch the lesson, the module on power chords and fifth chords next. Okay? We're going to teach how to play that. And then the module right after that one is I'm going to give you a couple of songs based off of these where you're just going to be moving those fifths around, and it's a great workout to do that. And you can do it. And you'll be doing it very fast. In fact, if you watch that next module, get the fifth shapes down and go right to the next one. You'll be doing it in the next half an hour. You can do it. It's easy and fun. All right? See you there. Rock on.